Hey guys, it's me, GhostGuy20 here. Yeah, I know. Been gone for a while, huh? Well, you guys know how it is with life. But I thought I could take the best opportunity to make, a list of figures from 2023. Even though some of these figures here are 2022, some of them are older. But these are figures that I actually got this, not this year, I'm sorry, because now it's 2024. These are figures I got in 2023, even though they're older. So I'm not going to say figures that I got released in 2023. That'll be like a meh list to me. So these are figures that I've gotten. And some of these figures could be in the list, but I've just bought a lot better figures this year. Sadly, for these two Figma figures, Rimuru actually I like better. And if you guys didn't know, I do watch Reincarnated as Slime. It's a fun anime. Demon Slayer, of course, I'm a fan of. And sadly, this figure didn't make it in the list because I have some of my grabs of this figure, unfortunately. But the rest here, there are figures that I did buy this year and I did enjoy. That Grimlock from Studio Series was a re-release for this year. Well, not this year, 2023, I'm sorry. But I am happy that I got most of these figures. But how's it going in my life? I've been doing good. I hope you guys had a good Christmas and a happy New Year. And for me, what happened recently, like I had some ups and downs. I'll go with the down part. Your boy got COVID and Thanksgiving, unfortunately. So that kind of sucked. So I could barely even have fun or enjoy Thanksgiving because I was sick because of that. So that was no fun. But when I got recovered, I watched Godzilla Minus One when it came out, and for the record, loved it. If you guys want to watch it, go for it. Just saying what happened in my past, life for a couple months ago. And I got into a new line, which I love this franchise for a long time, but for those that don't know, but my friends do, I recently have been turbo edit, but there you go. The SH Figuarts line with the Ultraman franchise. And what I have with me here is the re-release of Gomora, or a reissue of Ultra 7, and a newly released Eleking from the same line for SH Figuarts. And I've been collecting these figures since actually November, and I bought 4 already. And keep in mind, actually, one actually was a Christmas gift. Where are those other 2? I see 3 here. Well, those 2 figures actually made it for Figures of the Year for me, 2023. Yeah, we're gonna get to see them soon. But keep in mind though, I think these figures are miles better. Well, these 2 kaijus. This figure is still great. Ultra 7 has been my favorite Ultra in a long time. But the other Ultra I think I got is miles better. Unfortunately for my boy here. And Gomora here is a great figure. Honestly, this is just beautifully done. He could have been in my list of the year, honestly, for 2023. But the reason why I didn't do it is because, well, I like the other figure better. And also, sad this guy is known for chipping here and there, which kinda sucks. But that doesn't ruin the figure. Again, he could have made the list of the year, and he's still a great figure. Honestly, I am very happy to have Gomora finally in my collection, because I am an Ultraman fan, including Eleking here. Eleking is a fantastic figure, probably one of the best Ultra Kaiju figures I have too. Actually, these are the only 2 Kaijus I have, so it's easy for me to say that these figures are the best, and it's a good way to start, honestly. But again, I've gotten better figures this year, and we'll get to that for the list. And keep in mind, I'm going to say it again, the rules are this. The list I got for 2023 are figures that did come out this year, or figures that were older and I was able to get. So I'm going to count most of the figures I got that were out before, but I put in this year. They're going to be here mostly. But the figures that did come out this year, there are a lot too. Oh boy, this could be quite a list. You guys ready? I'm not. So let's get to it. So let's go start with number 20. For number 20 on the list is the Hammond Collection Carnotaurus from Fallen Kingdom. And to make this more special, I did borrow my dad's spinning display piece here for this. So this makes it a little bit interesting, maybe a little bit better, and kind of new for the channel. So that's going to be pretty cool. But you might hear a noise, so I apologize. So, this figure, oh, this is how you know Mattel will cook for the future. The details, the colors, the paint, the texture, everything here is phenomenal. And the eye is not too bad on this one compared to the T-Rex, thankfully. So that's a good thing. But the reason why it's number 20 on the list, because yes, there are better figures, but this is a phenomenal figure, and it should be in everyone's collection. Although, sadly, articulation for me is kind of not the best when it comes to the head, in my opinion. The T-Rex had more movements in the head than this guy here, unfortunately. But does that ruin the figure? Absolutely not. This is still a phenomenal figure that if you guys don't have him yet, pick him up. What are you doing? Get him. Or her, whatever you want to say. It's a dinosaur. Get this dino. The Carnotaurus is just beautiful. Chef's kiss. Mwah! And for number 19, here we have the Takara Legends Misfire with Aimless. And you guys know, for those that don't, obviously, but for those that do, that stay in the channel for a long time, I am quite a fanatic for Target Masters, and I really want to complete the Decepticon Target Masters from Takara. I got trigger happy not too long ago at the time, during the beginning of 2023, so I was already on the hunt for Misfire. Now granted, he is the most rarest, and the most sought after, and the most expensive. You guys probably wondering how much I paid for him? I'll give you a hint. Around hundreds. Not 200, just around the hundreds. Yeah. My friends know the exact number. And I will not have them say, if you guys say it, you're done. You're done. You're bad. Just kidding. Yeah, I paid a hefty price on this figure. Am I happy about it? No. But am I happy with the figure? Absolutely. Because I think this version of Misfire is miles better than the Hasbro one. And the Hasbro one is still good too, keep in mind. But I just like this one much more. And the Target Master Aimless, it just is a fantastic little Target Master buddy. And I really am happy to complete the trio. And don't worry, I didn't buy it just because I wanted to. He does somewhat have a place for me for my upcoming YouTube Transformers series I've been working on for years. Still scripting with my friends, but yeah. This figure I didn't get just because I wanted him. Yes, I kinda did, but I really want to get him for a project I'm working on for the future. So look forward to that in a couple of times when time comes. So there you go. Misfire and Aimless with Takara Legends. Great figure. And we're going to the 18th spot, and the 18th spot, I didn't want to do this because this thing is gigantic. And it is the Generation Selects for Legacy Black Zarak. This thing is beautiful, and it's a giant figure. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I know I have Scorponok, but this guy is so... I think I like him more than Scorponok. Now, granted, I have a soft spot for Scorponok more, but Black Zarak here just looks phenomenal. And especially if you have this guy in the bottom. Let me go down right there. You can see him right there. Sorry, the camera moving. Black Orichi. I had this guy since 2020, I want to say. I sometimes forget. I think it was 2021. But I had him because in case I did get Black Zarak. I don't think I was, but just in case. But if not, it's okay. He's a nice looking figure. But, oh boy, did I do get Black Zarak. And again, at the time, he's $170. He was that. But there was a sale going on for $100. $99.99. Like $99.99 basically. You guys already know that. So I was like, hell yeah! So I jumped in and pulled the trigger and got him. And I'll be honest, I have no room for this guy, but I'm just happy to have him in my collection. He is glorious. And for number 17, I swear this is the last one. The giant figure wise, the Brachiosaurus from Hammond Collection. There's not much I can say except it's a gorgeous figure. I never thought that Mattel would have the nerve to make a giant figure like this for the Hammond Collection. Well, they proved us wrong. This Brachiosaurus is phenomenal. The details, the articulation, except for the neck here, they try with like a sock with the joints and the rubber neck, but it's okay. It is what it is. But in general, the Brachiosaurus definitely deserves in the spot of my top 20 list. It couldn't make it the top 10s, but it's the top 20s. That's all that matters. Good Brachiosaurus. And for number 16th spot, here we have the Transformers Gamer Edition War Cybertron Optimus Prime. And to be clear, this is actually sadly the only Gamer Edition figure that I actually really enjoyed this year. The other ones, not so much. Like, long story short, I'm not a fan of the two Bumblebee and Cliffjumper figures. Those two I really don't like. Especially Barricade. Like, I know people could say, like, he's like an older figure, you could imagine that, but this is like the 2020s. We shouldn't expect figures like that nowadays, but it's whatever. Megatron was somewhat a let down and underwhelmed figure. That's just me, though. But Optimus here is the only figure that I would say is the best in the Game Edition line. I heard Starscream is actually good. I can't say that because I don't have the figure yet, sadly. I'm just waiting on that figure to get him so I can be the judge. But regardless, I'm honestly grateful that if there's only one figure that's great in the Game Edition line, it's Optimus Prime. I mean, you can never go wrong with Prime. Like, why would you? So, that's why he is not a top 10s, but still in the list. And the number 15th spot goes to Transformers Legacy Evolution Bludgeon. This figure really is phenomenal. What a beauty. And I never thought in a long time we'll get another Bludgeon figure, honestly. Since the last time we got one was in the RAD 2015 line, which, that's hard to find too, so, meh. So, this figure is just beautiful. It should have been better than the other figure, which he is high on the list, and I'll get to that very soon, in fact. But Bludgeon, such a good figure. If you haven't got him yet, get him now because his first counterpart is sold out. Not Bludgeon, but another figure that is higher in this list. So we'll get to him pretty soon. Actually, right now, in fact. Going to the 14th spot, it is the Legacy Evolution Tarn from the IDW Comics, aka the comic universe. I really did not think we would get a figure of Tarn in a long time, besides Super 7, which they did tease a figure of him. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but a transforming Tarn that is from the Generations line? I thought I was dreaming. But no, we were not. I am very happy that this thing is real, and I love Bludgeon. He's a great figure. He looks stunning. He looks better. But I think the better figure in general, for me, it's Tarn here. Tarn is fantastic. And unfortunately, it looks like he is a really rare figure now because he is sold out everywhere. The only time you can get him is on eBay or Mercari for very heavy prices. If you guys didn't get him, good luck. And I feel sorry for you to pay double the price. Hopefully they'll be released eventually, because the re-releases are always good. But for those that do have them, congrats, because you got probably one of the best figures in the Evolution line, in my opinion, when it comes to like Voyagers. And figures in general, because this guy is he's pretty clean. They're barely in the hollow bits. That's how impressive this figure is. And Bludgeon, sharing the same mold, is very good too for him. So, Bludgeon and Tarn are equally fantastic. This was tough, but I decided that the 13th spot should go for the SH Figure Arts Tamashii Web exclusive Alien Mythos, or Mythos-Sagen, from the Ultraman series. This figure I've been wanting for so long. I honestly thought I would never get this figure because the prices was very expensive. $200, nearly $300. I just didn't think the figure was worth it. But I found one. It's used, granted the box is damaged slightly, but the figure was in good shape. And it was $100. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it, see if it's good. And it was legit, and the figure is just beautiful. One of my favorite aliens from the Ultraman series. Finally have him as an action figure. Makes me just really, really happy. I try my best to do that arm thing he uses to shoot his thunder ability. It's like a laser like beam. I don't know. I forgot what you call it, but hand ray. I think that's what it is. But I did the best I could for this. I didn't have enough time for effort, but in the end, this figure is phenomenal. Happy to have him in my collection. There's two things you guys need to know right now. One, we're in the 12th spot, and the other is Godzilla. Stupid, I know I did that. I had to do it. I'm sorry. But we're in the 12th spot, and it goes to the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2004. And it's different with the flashing there because I really wanted to do this because I thought it'd be cool, but just for the heck of it. Just for like effect. I thought it'd be cool. But going back to this here. Let me just fix this away. So yeah, Final Wars Godzilla from Monster Arts. A little bit of controversy for this figure. People love it, or they hate it because it falls apart, or it's very posable. I have some parts of mine that fall apart, but it's not a deal breaker actually. So it's not too bad. Like, only the leg here sometimes when I go too far, but the tail, when I go a bit too rough with it. But no, other than that, the figure is really good, and probably one of the most posable Godzilla figures I've owned. Ever, maybe. Until eventually we get something different that is more posable. But until then, this Monster Arts Godzilla figure is good. Really good. And now we're in the 11th spot. And I know people be like, why is he lower? It's not a bad figure. It's a fantastic figure. It's just, I did have better figures. Of course, I said this in the beginning of the video. But I would be very upset myself if I didn't at least include this beautiful figure in the collection. Not perfect, but still beautiful. It is the Legacy Evolution Commander Class Armada Optimus Prime. And everybody's been requesting, begging for this figure to be released since an older figure, an older mold for this guy was teased a long time ago, around 2019 or 2020, I'm not sure. But sadly that mold never saw the light of day. What happened? I don't know. Unless you guys know, let me know. But despite this, we did get Armada Optimus Prime. It took like since 2023, which was last year, and now we have him. Combine mode is great. I love the combine mode. But yes, there's a lot of kibble. Truck mode is great, but this is my look for Optimus Prime for Armada. This is how I'll display him most of the time. But this figure is phenomenal, and I'm happy to own it, and you guys should own it too. But he ain't high on the list because, again, the figures that I love more are now going to be next to the top 10 now. So let's get to that, shall we? But another thing, get this figure when it gets to be released. If you have a chance, you have the money, do it. You will not be disappointed. This figure, even though it's not in the top 10s, is a good figure no matter what.